former NBA All-Star Gilbert Arenas was arrested for an alleged role in an illegal gambling house in Southern California. Well, that gets your attention. So Arenas and 5 other dudes that aren't famous, including a suspected Israeli mobster. There you go. See, it's not everyone's got a mob. Every group's got a mob. Anyway, accused of having high-stakes poker games at the mansion in Encino, which is just down the road from where we do the show, the mothership there, Fox Sports Radio. So according to the U.S. Department of Justice, Arenas, who's 43 years old, I love how they sent out in the news release, he's known as Agent Zero. Yeah. Hey, dummies, that's not a secret. That's been his nickname since he played for the Wizards back in the day, and Ostrich Ant was a big fan. So Arenas is charged with 1 count of conspiracy to operate an illegal gambling business, 1 count of operating an illegal gambling business, and 1 count of making false statements to federal investigators. So that's 3 counts total. 3 counts. All right, so first of all, in terms of Gilbert Arenas and the federal gambling story, so Gilbert is a knucklehead, right? You won the lottery. You won the lottery and essentially playing the penny slots on this. Now, I learned as a child, I had a professor named Professor Gump, Forrest Gump, who taught me that stupid is as stupid does. My professor taught me that. So Arenas strutted into a downtown Los Angeles courtroom, likely covered in graffiti, and he walked in there very confident, a little cocky. Like he was averaging 25 points per game. Spoiler alert! Hey, Gilbert, you're not averaging 25 points per game anymore. So he pled not guilty, which is, what do you expect? You think, I'm guilty. So who knows? I think we kind of know. We don't know for sure. But Agent Zero, the report says that the house in Encino, he's an Encino man, had bartenders, valets, security, and, how about this, boys, working girls giving massages. Wink, wink, nod, nod. Yeah, those are really happy massages. So now the judge says, yeah, Gil, go home. We just need a nice deposit, 50 G's. No problem. See, for Gilbert Arenas, that's the point. $50,000 is pocket change. The man made $160 million in the NBA, and if you adjust it for inflation, in today's money, that's $225. And so it's been charged. Now, you're not guilty and all that, but if this goes the wrong way, he has a shot to spend. He might spend 5 years, all expenses paid, vacation at the Gray Bar Hotel. And remember, the feds, they always have home field advantage in court, and they're always favored. They're always favored. And if you're convicted, as some of the boys listening right now in prison know, you have to serve, I believe it's 85% of your sentence. So, but all of this, apparently because he could not resist the urge, Gilbert Arenas, to have a little action, right? To take a little rake off some underground poker game. Like, dude, what are you doing? Like, let me break it down for those of you a little slow in the back there. So you are obviously allowed to play poker with your boys, right? Play all night, bet the house, nobody cares. The second, and this is where the government is like, what? Aren't there better things to worry about? Like the second you take a cut of the pot, they've decided, well, now you're running a casino. Now it's not poker anymore. You're running a casino. That's a felony. That's tax evasion. That's interstate gambling. I don't know if this is interstate gambling because it was all in California, but the feds, they start knocking on your door at 5 a.m. and you're still kind of sleepy and you get your Gucci robe on and all that. But I always wonder about these type of stories. Like, who's the real victim here? Like, seriously, I don't. According to what I read, nobody got robbed. Nobody got scammed. So, well, there were hookers there, so that's probably not great. But it wasn't like Bernie Madoff or FTX or anything like that. I mean, the crime is you took a little off the top and you didn't give the IRS the cut. Like, that's it, right? I mean, that's from what I read. Maybe I missed it. But nobody said that this was a public safety issue, that there was crime all over Encino because of this. And, it's about the revenue. It's like you don't give, if you do not give Uncle Sam his taste All right, now he's coming for your chips, right? There was a movie a few years ago called, of course, every time I say a movie was a few years ago, it was like 30 years ago, but Molly's Game, which was the same deal. Private game, rich clients, everything's fine until the house gets greedy and somebody takes the rake and all that. But until the feds see you're making money and that they're not getting a piece of it. So now Gilbert, the last guy to learn the hard way until the next guy learns the hard way, play stupid games, win stupid prizes. So Agent Zero, there was one year, people forget about this, in the early 2000s when Gilbert Arenas was the most popular player in the NBA. You don't know what you're talking about. That's not true. It was. It was true. There was one magical year with the Washington Wizards where Gilbert Arenas was the most popular player. He was. They voted on the cover of the video game, and he won the cover because everyone loved him, and Agent Zero and all the shtick, all of that. And he was an all-star, and now I guess he's trying to be like a pit boss. And so the good news is that they can make another Netflix docuseries on Gilbert Arenas. So that's the good news.